Hey everyone, so today we're planning to play Como Park. This is a couple weeks ago and it is blowing 20 mile per hour wind consistent with gusts above that, so we're going to do some voiceover so you don't have to sit here and listen to wind all day. We're taking a crave off the first tee, just trying to play it safe into the middle, and the headwind kind of pushes it over to the right here. Second shot, we're just going to get out of these trees here with a fireball, get to the middle. Throwing an eclipse proxy. I absolutely pull this straight into those tree branches, so not great. Next up, we got a zone, and give it a little run. It's pretty close to the basket here. Good putt for par. Hole 2 is 417 feet, a little bit out of my range here off the tee, so we're going to just throw a crave, try to get it nice and easy out in the middle. Threw it on some hyzer, but that wind stands it up. A little zone up shot here. Nice and close. Pretty simple 3. Hole 3 here is about 380 to the short position. We're going to take an eclipse Insanity at it and just kind of try to flip it up to flat and let it ride the right to left wind all the way to the basket. Looks pretty good as it going down there. We're sitting at about 60 feet here. I like to jump putt with the proxy at this range. As you'll see here, I kind of hang it out to the right and it just never really fades back into the basket. Another par, not too bad for how windy it is. Hole 4 here from this tee pad is pretty interesting. It's only 246 feet, but you got to go around this single tree here to the left, and the hole cuts back to the right. So I'm throwing Simon Lizotte Hex, just trying to get it back around in line with the basket. Ended up a little bit short here. We're probably sitting at about 45. Again, a little headwind putt. Not really putting great today, but we're making a comeback here, so that's what matters. Still sitting at even par. Hole 5 here, about 227, straight down a tunnel. We're throwing an eclipse proxy, and I absolutely pure this gap here. Curls up to the basket for a nice little 6-footer. I'll take birdie on that. Hole 6 here. I'm going to go forehand 170, and it's actually really close to this OB Creek here on the right. So throw it out flat, let the zone come back to the right. Got a decent putt here. About 20-footer, and that helps build some confidence. Hole 7, 375. We're going to throw a Fission Crave. Just try to get it up to the corner there by that group of trees. Really happy with this shot, actually. It lands in a good spot. We're going for a jawbreaker zone up shot, just trying to snug it up to the pin here for a 3. This hole can play a par 3 or par 4 depending on the tournament you play in. Hole 8 here is about 450. You're looking for a turnover shot that flexes out at the end. Wind is usually left to right, which is what I'm kind of explaining here. So we're just going to kind of try to get up in the air, throw it on a little ante, and let it fight out. And this one just keeps pushing to the end of way over to the right. Another zone up shot, right at the pin, snug it right up to the base. We'll take our putt for a 3. Again, another like par 3 / par 4 depending on the tournament you play in. Hole 9 here is 292. Throwing a forehand octane. Just absolutely turn it over. I've done some work on my forehand since then, so these shots in the future should be a little bit better. Little zone up shot, beat myself with a putt, and I'll take my 3. So -1 after the front 9, not bad, but not great for this course. Hole 10 here, there's 2 pin positions, so we're going for the longer one at 524. So we're taking a crave off the tee to lay up to where the creek passes over, or under, I guess. So decent shot. Another crave, Flying pretty good actually on a decent line, and it just gets caught up in this bush on the other side. I'm gonna take an up shot here. I'm not really sure what I was thinking here, but I absolutely juiced this thing so far. Little comebacker for a 4. Hole 11 here is about 450 feet. Taking an overstable Zeus because it's a little headwind. Not bad. I probably could have turned it a little bit or released it flat, but we'll leave ourselves with a zone upshot. Again, I turned this over and just burn it into the ground, so definitely some work to be done there. Just gonna lay up and take a 4 here, so it's gonna be bogey on this hole, but again, all things considered, it's not terrible. Hole 12, about 330. The pin is actually off to the left here in this group of trees. I'm just throwing a normal shot that I throw here, hoping that it gets over the left, but hard left to right wind just kind of holds it up and it never really gets all the way over there. Long circle 2 putt, takes a kick off the tree, top of the basket, sits underneath. Missed the putt there, but it's alright. About 250 here, we're taking a cosmic neutron photon. Again, I turned it over a little bit, didn't come quite back. Leave myself with too long of a putt. Headwind on this one, you can see just kind of float there. And then it gets ugly. It got in my head, I didn't put it up high enough. Just bad bogey there at 13. Hole 14 here. Over water the entire way, winds hard right to left. Throwing a neutron reactor. And way too up in the air, not straight enough, but straight OB, so this is from the drop zone. I actually land in the stump right there, which is kind of funny. So I'm going to stand out of here in a second. Drop in for a 4. Hole 15 here, about 400 feet. Another forehand that I turn over a little bit. Again, got to work on it before the season really gets going. Forehand fireball though, I have a second shot, and I almost dunked this in the basket, so it was a pretty good shot. A little putt here to clean up a 3. Happy with that one. Hole 16, 318 or 380 feet. Backhand Zeus. Great shot actually. Was really happy with how this one came out. Ends up circle 2, which isn't bad. The bank here on the left is actually like a cliff to the creek pretty much, so you want to be very careful about giving that basket a run. Hole 17.
Throwing an eclipse inertia here up to the right, kind of letting it swing back to the left as it flies in.
Little putt. Odd reaction. There we go. So it's a par there. Hole 18 here, 305, taking a Simon Lizotte hex again. Throw it on hyzer. Fights to the ground a little fast because of the tailwind, but we'll have a putt at it. The theme of the day is we are close, but no cigar on this putting, so missed it to the right.
We're actually going to have 2 more putts here, so it ends up +3 for a full 18. Not the best round, but considering the wind, not terrible. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon.